So a couple days ago, the Sims team announced that the base game is now free to play for everyone around the world, and I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to offer you all a ready-to-move-in house with only having the kitchen and bathrooms done, with only using but the base game. So I'm giving you the opportunity to have a base game ready-to-move-in house with not a lot of furniture, but it gives you the opportunity to add in furniture over time as your Sims get a little bit more simoleons in their household funds to afford, maybe a couch, maybe a TV, maybe even a bed off of the side of the street. So let's see what this house has to offer. Now, personally, when I was building this house, I actually built it on stream a couple days ago before the announcement of the Sims Summit. And let me just tell you, I build a lot of houses in The Sims 4, and I find it quite therapeutic just because I'm learning how to do different houses here and there, whether it's modern or suburban or mid-century modern, classical, contemporary, whatever it might be. But I know that my general style is suburban and mid-century modern. Like those are the two that I actually enjoy building a lot. So I kind of stick with it until I get bored of it, which is hardly. But for this home, I think I only did 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it's on a 30 by 20 lot in Newcrest, and it's actually for my save file that I'm making, which is literally almost done. I have 3 more lots left, a library, a park, and then 1 more house. And then my save file is basically done. And the reason why I'm doing this save file is just to kind of have general fun and understand base game even more and just kind of learn how to build without having all the packs or any CC or like any kits installed. And I think this will give us the opportunity to understand how much we have missed the base game, because this game is 8 years old and there's so much content we have gotten in the past 8 years, like toddlers, half walls, basements, platforms, sexual orientations, customizable pronouns. Like we have had a lot of new things in base game that I found so unique that I haven't had a chance to really fully try. And I think doing the save file gives me the opportunity to like learn it all over again. And it's just, I don't know, it's just fun. I don't know. I don't know about you, but do you ever have like those days where you're just like going into like a Sims 4 game or a save file, whether it's like Sims 3 or Sims 2 or just any game actually, you go into the game and you realize, wow, I've missed a lot that I didn't know what we had until I actually downgraded a lot to see fully what it is. And that's what I kind of thought about in base game right now. Like 8 years, I've missed a lot of content. And I've been on YouTube for over a decade, and I've been playing The Sims 4 since the very beginning of 2014. And as new packs and new kits and new stuff packs and game packs came along, I felt like I was just missing out on all the fun that we had in base game that I didn't really like look through. But I don't know. This is my house. This is my experience of base game now, and I cannot wait for you all to see even more when the save file releases, especially with all the families that I'm going to be creating. And I am really excited for you all to see the base game mansion that I built. And oh, I had a lot of fun with this one. But for this home specifically, I wanted to make sure I had a house in my save file that only had the kitchen and bathrooms done, because a lot of the times when you're first starting playing The Sims 4 with one sim, you only get 20,000 simoleons, and that's not really a lot to really afford a home per se that looks decent and like fully decorated but not too over the top. Now, I know that with the base game now, when you first start a new save file, there's this character helper named Emily who really guides you along the way with like building, furnishing, finding the perfect home that's starter home friendly, especially in your budget range, which is a really, really cool feature for like new players or just not aware of like how it really works. And I think when you first install, The Sims 4, you're trying to find the happy medium between affordable, but yet classy and not a little bit, on the cheap side, but you want to have a little like an extra cushion for your Sims. And I think this will give you the opportunity in this home to have everything you need. And I've never really done a kitchen like this before at all, because it's like, I guess you would call it a galley kitchen, but I don't really know what that really means. I just heard the term before and it sounds really cool, but I kind of like how I did the kitchen. It's kind of like what I want to do for the future. And my kitchen right now kind of looks like that in my apartment, but it has like a weird angle of the island and the wall. But one of these days, I will try to recreate my apartment in The Sims 4 to the best of my ability, because right now it's a little bit, crazy, and I got to figure out, some little stuff. Plus, I've already renewed my lease for my apartment for another year, and I'm trying to find a way to like decorate it properly with the stuff on the wall. Like literally the other day, I put something on my wall for the very first time in over a year. And like that's a big step for me. So I feel kind of like adulting, and I feel like I'm growing up slowly but surely in my adulthood, and it feels good. And I kind of like it. If you saw my stream, you know what it looks like, but I think it's exciting. But I built this on stream, and I was happy to get like feedback from you all, because that's where I usually get all of my ideas from, stream or my Discord, for like any video ideas or stream ideas or even builds or my podcast. And I think utilizing like minimal like debug and minimal objects kind of gave me the buffer that I needed to like not over clutter and not over landscape, but still keeping like my same originality that I always go for. Now, I didn't do my flooring trick that I usually do in this build because I just kind of forgot, but I also wanted to keep it very simple, but also yet my style, if that makes sense. Now, of course, you can find half of the stuff in debug, like the stone pathway and the cars are in debug, and I think they're like a really cool addition to the home, even though they are not usable. They're there for decorations that I think make the home more eye-catching, if you know what I mean. But I had fun, and I think that's all that matters. As long as I had fun with a build that I built today, I think that's all that matters. I don't know. I think for the longest time, I've been feeling like down lately about my builds, but I think now that I'm more sure of myself and getting my life together, I think I'm fully enjoying what I'm building, and that's good. And I think all of us should start feeling good about what we're building, no matter what the circumstances might be, but also no matter what people think. If we think our build is good, and if you think you had fun building, that's all that matters. If people don't like it, that's their problem. They can change the build however they want to and do as they please. But for me, I think the simpler builds that I do, the more fun I have. Even though doing the more big and extravagant and overly cluttered builds are fun, I find like the more simple ones are like cooler. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just excited today. I am happy. Now, I don't remember if, no, I did. I was like, I don't remember if I actually put all the curtains on every single window, but I did, and I'm glad I did. And to be honest, ready to move in homes IRL are actually kind of cool. Like when I first moved into this apartment, of course, you need a kitchen and a bathroom already fully done, because that's how IRL inspections are. If you have plumbing, electricity, heat, that whole thing, you're good to go to move in. So I wanted to kind of treat it like an IRL home, if that makes sense. And I feel like we should definitely get more base game features when it comes to homes. Like renting homes could be really fun, or having the option to do like a home inspection, or just some random bits and bobs for like home development and home improvement. Giving the opportunity to like have like a budget, and then you have like all these different things that you can decide if it's good or bad for your home. Like let's say you want to add a light. The light might not be good for the home, but it might be good for a different home. Who really knows? Like a fixer-upper type of thing. You have set, deliverables and requirements, and you gotta stick with that and hope for the best that it works out well for your home and you don't get penalized. But overall, and all in all, I think I had a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to show you the house in real time to kind of give you a little idea of what I was working with, because I kind of did cut out a few things, but not everything was cut out. So let's see what the house looks like in real time. So I have to say, when I was building this house on stream, I kind of blacked out a little bit, because this was my second house that I built in one day, in one stream, which is very rare for me. And I have to say, I had a lot of fun. Now, I only did like the defaults, of course, with like the swatches and the wallpaper, but I didn't want to go too above and beyond with adding like paintings and stuff like that, because I'll give you the opportunity to decorate your house how you want and not the way I want. But if it was me and how I would envision this house, the way it would be, like this would be like a small dining room area over here, bedroom, another bedroom or living room. This could be like a living room area or a play area / office if you want. This could be another bedroom or office. And then of course, entryway, your patio, your back patio, your backyard. But I think that honestly, when I was doing the layout, I was going back and forth between this, because I really do not like open floor plan whatsoever. So I tend to close things off very, very a lot. And so the way I kind of made it work was splitting the rooms in half, was using spandrels. That way I felt like it was closed off, but it wasn't closed off, but it kind of worked in its favor, and I'm glad I did what I did, and I'll do it again. But ultimately, this is your house to download whenever you download it and have fun in furnishing it. It is a little bit on the pricier side when it comes to how much it costs. It is only 46,000 simoleons, so if you have a sim that has 47,000 simoleons or a little bit more, they can definitely afford it. But of course, do a little cheeky mother load, and you'll be perfectly fine to get this house. But I would say you can squeeze in maybe 5, 6, maybe 7 sims if you're lucky, but I think 5 sims could really fit in this house fully, and you'll have enough room to expand, add a second floor if you want to. Kind of just do all the things that you are looking for a build and looking to expand your family lineage for the long haul. But ultimately, in all, that is the build. It is on the gallery if y'all want to download it. My origin ID is just SpringSims, also under the hashtag SpringSims, like my all builds that I do here on YouTube all the time. However, I do hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always. Have you built a base game house already in The Sims 4? If you have, let me know. If you haven't, tell me why you haven't. But regardless, as always, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!